Let's be real for a minute. You don't have to be a bitch to be your unapologetic self. Unfortunately, a lot of videos on the internet will teach you to do that. But here, on this side of the internet, we are going to talk about how to be that girl without becoming a. So, who is a that girl? Basically, that girl is somebody who prioritizes self love and self care above everything else. If I go as per the definition, is that aesthetic that emphasizes on holistic wellness, productivity, beauty, and mindfulness, often portrayed as a person who prioritizes self improvement in living their best life. And who doesn't want to be that? Come on. But the problem is, when we look on the internet about self love, all we find is getting your nails done, getting facials done, buying stuff for yourself, etc. etc. And well, this is all fine, but self love is not limited to these things. And also, if it's not this information, the information that's provided is not accurate, it's not practical, it's not complete. So, in this video, we're going to get a little more complete, a little more accurate, and a little more practical. Number one, focus on your overall well being and health. The first thing you should focus on under this category is sleep. No matter what, if you're a night owl or if you're a morning person, it does not matter. What really matters is getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. And sometimes we don't prioritize sleep as much as we should. If we are going for a night out, we'll be like, oh, I can go to work tomorrow with 4 hours sleep, which is fine all once in a while. But if you are not well rested, you will never be at ease. You will always be groggy, annoyed, agitated. Is not helping anybody, especially not yourself. Another thing in this category you should focus on is exercise or movement. You should always prioritize getting some movement in. It could be going for a run, going for a walk, just a walk as well. If the weather is nice, like it's bright and sunny, if the weather is nice, you can just go out for a walk. You can go to the gym, do a bit of strength training, weight training, Pilates. There's just so many options, but I think it's so important to hack your happy hormones. And it just gives you a sense of accomplishment. So do anything, but just get some movement in. Once you start moving your body, you'll feel 10 times better about yourself. The last thing I want to focus on under this category is food. You do not need processed food. Once in a while, to indulge in something is fine, but every day is not helping you. The reason you feel so agitated at times is also because on the food roller coaster you've been, and it does not make you feel well from inside. So if you rather focus on a complete meal, it's full of nutrients, it's colorful, you have your fibers, carbs, protein. Even if you're not counting your calories, macros, does not matter. But if you're eating a home cooked meal, that's more than enough to start your health journey. So yeah, just be mindful of what you're eating. Eat fruits, eat a lot of fiber, vegetables, and you see how happy you'll feel. And obviously, while this is all a good habit, once in a while, if you want to indulge, go for it. Number two is to focus on your mental well-being. I cannot stress enough on this fact that nobody, absolutely nobody, is responsible for your mental health, for your mental well-being as much as you are. And I know this is very incomplete and very vague statement that I've said, but what I'm trying to say is you need to be very, very conscious of what drains you out of energy. Any conversation, any person you see and you feel this is it, that is a big sign your body, your mind is giving you that you are not in the right environment. So that is when you need to take charge, either communicate with that person that the way they speak to you, the way they communicate, it's not nice. Or if you need to cut them off, you have to cut them off for your own well-being. And to figure out a really solid thing is journaling. To put your thoughts out and find the relationship between what has happened and how you felt. It will only come when you start journaling, because journaling also, it helps you uncover subconscious thoughts and helps you acknowledge how you feel. So if you just write how you felt, just write, do not need to go into deep journaling in the beginning. Just start, open a page, write today's date, write the time you're doing the journal, and just write everything that has happened. Obviously, you can journal end of the day, or you can do it first thing in the morning for the previous day. I personally do it at night. I don't think morning works, because imagine if I was not okay yesterday, I don't want to carry forward those feelings tomorrow, and I don't want to think about those feelings tomorrow. Also, one thing that helps while journaling is maintaining a gratitude list. This will really help you whether you're doing it in the evening or morning, because you will have a sense of thankfulness and gratitude in you, and you don't know how much that helps. When you do it at night, that's the last thing you write. You are forced to think about the good things, and you will sleep feeling those good things, even if it's just 1% of you is feeling that. Or if you do it in the morning next day, again, you're setting a very nice tone, because now you're going to actively look for things that you are thankful for. Also, you can meditate. Meditation, of course, looks different to different people. It's not closing your eyes and sitting and just focusing on your breath that meditation is. For some people, it could be other mindful activities, for example, coloring, for example, listening to music, for example, staring out of a window, or for example, making Legos. You should find something that makes you really, really aware and mindful, and you should also try to find 15 minutes a day to focus on that. Number 3, as much as I hate this, but the truth is, looks matter, and they matter more than they should. So we are going to talk about grooming. First impressions are very important. They speak a lot about your personality, and here we are not going to change everything about you, but if you remember these key points, they will really, really help you striking a very, very good first impression. Be confident. Own it. Whatever you're doing, just own it. Don't be malleable too much that people walk all over you. You need to be really, really confident. Your nails should be really clean. They should not have gunk in them. They should not have stuff in them. Clean your nails. You don't have to go to a fancy nail shop to get it done. Just wash your hands properly and just clean your nails. It's so important. Don't have things stuck to your nails. Don't have them chipped and uneven. Just keep them nice and clean. Next, so important, breath and body odor. Oh my gosh, I don't know why we're still talking about this, and why is it not already something that everybody knows. Brush your teeth and take a shower every single day. I don't think I have more to say in this. You don't need to buy the most expensive perfume to smell amazing. If you shower, keep yourself clean, that is more than enough. The last one is clothes. Obviously, you don't need to wear something that everyone else is wearing, or you don't have to not wear something because people don't like it. You can wear whatever you want, but just be confident. I think being confident is such a key in owning what you're doing, and it just makes world of a difference. Number 4 is upskill yourself. Read as much as you can. I always tell people to read. That's one advice if I have to give everyone, is read. Buy books. If you want to read online, it's fine. If you want to buy books, it's fine, but just read. You don't know how it helps you change your mindset, and adjusting your mindset is so important. Do courses, whatever you like. If you're in tech, do tech related courses that you might need in your job. Flower arrangement course, do it. It refreshes your mind a lot, and there are different parts of our brain that are activated doing different things, so you don't know which thing you really start enjoying. But just do courses. It really helps build a routine for yourself. Try to be financially smart and free. Funny I'm talking about it, but you really need to start reading about investing, about how to create a steady income. Does not have to be 10 different things, does not have to be passive income right away. You should create a steady income first before opening multiple income sources for yourself. It's a lot of research to do, obviously, but you can always ask for help from people you think are doing a good job. So it could be your parents. If you find somebody like that, you blindly follow their advice. No, you still use your brain, do a bit of research, and then invest your money, because that is very important. Always have a rainy day fund. Always have certain amount of cash in your bank account for those rainy days. Should something happen, you should have that emergency fund to rely back on. And also join groups and communities that align with your goals. So the thing is, if you go and find communities that really align with your goals and you will discover a lot of things about yourself. It really helps you in knowing your own self, and obviously it'll keep you entertained, it'll keep you fresh, it'll keep you motivated, it'll keep you disciplined. So there's a lot of ways you can go online, find meetups for certain things. Like I know there's so many meetups for coding, there's so many meetups for photography, there's so many meetups for painting, flower arrangement. I was looking at one this morning, that's why I'm using this flower arrangement example again and again. But yeah, or you can go on Discord groups, and there's so many groups where like-minded people come together and share ideas. It really, really helps. On to the fifth and the last one, and I think the most important one, communication. The key is to learn to be a good listener. I think even I have failed at a lot of places while communicating, because when we are listening to somebody speak, we always thinking of what to say next or what is the reply to that thing. But if we just listen and then take like 30 seconds to think of a reply, we will become so effective in communication we can't even imagine. I think it's so important to be a good listener, to be good at communication. You need to be communicative, as you need to articulate yourself very well. You need to be concise, you need to be clear. You don't need to use fancy jargons to explain things. You can use really simple choice of words and explain what you're trying to say, and never leave your thoughts hanging. Never say something and just leave it hanging. Be concise but communicate yourself through and well. There's obviously a lot more things that you can do, but I think to begin with, I think if we think of these 5 things and start working on, it's really good. Obviously these are not the changes you can implement in a day, in an hour. They will take time. It's again works like compound interest. Everything will build up. So you should just pick up one thing at a time and start working on it. But always remember to constantly adjust your mindset to what brings you peace, what brings you happiness, what brings you joy, and what is really true to your own self. Because not me, not anyone else in the world knows you better than you yourself. Which brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smash a big thumbs up. If you'd like to stick around, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.